Yo, what's up? Welcome to CitrusLain. I'm your host, Jess. Happy Halloween, everybody. That's all I got for decorations, I'm sorry. Come watch some creepy videos with me, won't you?
What the fuck?
It certainly looks real. I was seeing a bunch of other videos debunking it. Let's see if they are.
Okay, guys, so everybody's going crazy over this, and I know everybody's like, oh, is that AI? Is that CGI? Well, basically, it's a hologram. The rapper Lil Uzi, he rolled out this UFO to try to promote his new album. And, you know, there was a lot of footage. You could see the people running and all of this from this because they didn't know what it was. As you see here, it's flying over the skyline. This is so realistic, and I do want to talk about it. So let's read what's going on. And it says right here, Lil Uzi Vert has ramped up the rollout for their new album, Eternal Take 2, by taking over the New York City skies with a UFO. A promotional video for the album's release has gone viral, with fans amazed at the sight of an alien spaceship flying over the Big Apple. Now, as you can see down here at the bottom, it says that the stunt has most likely been achieved through holograms. Now, many people want to talk about the Project Bluebeam thing. Well, as you can see, this looks very real, and we'll finish it off with this little bit of footage. You can see what I mean. As you can see, that's another angle. So, as I tell everybody all the time, beware, these videos come out, but this is real, but it's also a hologram. So, yes, it's not an alien. Leave your comments.
Man, almost seems like they're just doing some trial runs.
Did I predict this for October 2024 predictions? Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'm going to show you my prediction. But let me know, because this is what I said. Crisis in New York, public incident, October 2024. They're panicking, they're running around. They don't know if this is real or not. A lot of people understand afterwards that this is some kind of publicity stunt for some kind of rapper. But the big question is, how did they do this? How did they make this thing? And is it a real thing? Was it a hologram? Like, what was it? Project Bluebeam? I don't know. Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd really like to know how they did this. And also remember, watch to the end of the video and I'll show you exactly what I predicted. And let me know if you think that it was a correct prediction or not. Okay, so I said this. Crisis in New York, public incident. That could be it. If not, I've also got another one that kind of ties into this. It could be a 2-for-1. Because I said UFO sightings suddenly increased. May or may not be correct as well. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Make sure to follow if you want someone like this in your newsfeed.
That's okay. It just seems kind of weird to be like, to instead of worrying about the event, to be worried about, hey, was I right about this? I mean, maybe it's because I don't have a prediction list to like gloat about, but like, I don't know. That seems kind of weird. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but that seems weird. Just saying. Hey guys, look at how right I was. Don't you want to see how right I was? Click follow for more of how right I am. All right.
Crazy, right?
Okay, so I'm sorry for like a flood of just the same video from different angles, but like it does look like just a light-based hologram. But I don't know for sure. If I knew for sure, then I would. I think if anybody, like what he said, if we understood how they did this, then we would just be doing it ourselves. It is a very, very, if it is a hologram, it's very impressive, clearly, because it fooled so many people.
No, this is not CGI, as unearthly ships the size of a city are coming out of hiding, appearing all over the US ready to attack, and they've been monitoring us. People were terrified after a New Yorker went viral when he recorded a huge unearthly ship moving fast towards him in New York City, near a military base, shooting white beams, with many experts saying the eerie words, "They are here to kill. This gets creepier as several people from different parts of the city recorded the ship from different angles, moving erratically and zooming several miles per second, seemingly trying to look for something or someone. Other videos show the haunting size of the ship being as big as several New York City skyscrapers combined, with way more weapons than us, and our time on Earth might be coming to an end. As this all comes after several UFO sightings across the world, with many of them being spotted in our military bases. Others believe this particular New York City sighting is a hologram to promote Lil Uzi's album.
Okay, so I am kind of glad that I watched yet another one of those, because I didn't notice before the what looks like a figure coming from the beam. I don't know, man. If it is real and that's a tractor beam being used in reverse, yeah, we definitely have some concerns. But even if it's fake, yeah, I don't know. Like, we definitely need more information. People just speculating wildly that alien invasions are here. Like, I agree that is where my doomer brain goes, but like, let's try to stay grounded a little bit. Speaking of grounded, let's look at ghosts. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut out whatever song was playing there and put in my own stuff. My coworkers were talking about doing this. It does seem like a fun thing to do in the workplace. Just dress up and do normal work, but in a ghost sheet. I like that. How long is it? Included that for the Gooners. There are sexy ghosts too.
To back down easily, so he decides to capture it on camera to prove to the world that he's being haunted.
It's a nice house.
Hello?
What was that flash right there?
Hello? Shit.
And then he sees it, right there in the room. You can even see the shadow of someone walking.
Okay, so I like how it says 6 most disturbing TikTok and it only plays one video. That's great. I love that. I also love how the mindset of, like, let's say you are experiencing a real haunting or whatever. The mindset is, I'm going to record this so that when I tell people about it, I have proof and they will believe me. And then you post it online and everyone, and I have this reaction too, but everyone is like, nah, it's fake, it's staged, why would you be recording? And it's like, guys, they're recording so that they can prove it. I get that there are a lot of people who are like faking stuff and they're just like, you know, setting stuff up. There was one, I think it was a couple days ago, that was like, it was very clearly staged. But like others, it's just funny to me. It was a thought I had while I was watching it. It was weird. It wasn't like super impressive. One of the comments is like, well, he's definitely a Broncos fan. That made me laugh. That made me gaff, was what I almost said.
Terrifying footage caught in my own home, believed to be connected to my haunted objects. Watch it.
Watch it.
Okay.
okay? I've been hearing.
The house looks cluttered yet inviting somehow. Oh, shut up, I'm sorry.
And then from the front, do you hear it? Did you hear that?
Yeah?
I'm literally about to pick something to watch and I can hear banging on the... Can you hear it? It's this door. Can you hear something as well? Hello? Hello?
And
What? Oh my god, are you okay?
Aw.
I don't know what is going on in here today. Oh god. I'm completely on my own in here as well. There's no room in here either. What a crazy encounter. Now, I'll give you a bit of backstory. So, folks, I've been waiting to show you that video for months now. I caught it at the end of the summer, around August time, when paranormal activity was quite rife in my house, which I believe to be connected to a few of the haunted objects I've collected over time. Now, since this, nothing's happened in the house, apart from very recently when we were on holiday. My mum and sister were minding the house for us and heard someone again knocking on that door, the front door, opened it straight away and there was nobody there. And that's the first thing that's happened in a little while. So I just wanted to share it with you. It's absolutely genuine what I caught one day a couple of months ago, but I wanted to save it for the Halloween season with it being so incredibly good, if you will call it that. Let me know what you thought.
Huh. Okay. I have a... I didn't mean to, like, laugh and smile condescendingly at, when he appeared on screen. It was just like, wow, as, like, eccentric as his house was, definitely fit. He had a cool mustache. I did love the house. As cluttered as it... I mean, it still looked kind of cluttered, but it looked very inviting at the same time. It's like all of these things are... all the green, all the, like, memorabilia. The cross on the door was somehow pleasing as well. The ghost stuff, I don't know, man. It could have been a prank. It did seem kind of real. I don't think the chair was there previously where he's saying... I think him just bumping into... I think he was just freaked out. And him bumping into it here, and it is under the table, but it really does seem like him just bumping into it moved it like that. I don't know. I don't want to say for sure like, oh man, it was just a lame prank. Like, his cat did seem unbothered by it. That was what one of the comments said. Interesting for sure. Interesting.
Okay, so after I saw the anomaly downstairs, I went upstairs to show my brother the video, and I was like, let me just record my room just for the fun of it, see if anything shows up here. So as I'm recording, when I turn the camera to the right, as you're seeing me do, you're gonna see an anomaly fly right by. And this is actually
I saw it, yeah.
So then I went and I did in slow motion, and I saw an image, a face, and then I did a screenshot of it just so you guys could see. Let me know if you see a face there, because I see a nose, an eye, and a smiling mouth.
I mean, it wasn't on screen long enough. I guess I kind of see a face. It was kind of strange that artifact happened at that moment. Okay, again, I tried to pause it like as it starts, and it is very fast. So and it just kind of went away. Great.
In slow motion.
That's crazy. I had it paused on the right spot. I mean, it's very, very fast. Interesting. fascinating for sure.
Something is following me, and I can't tell what it is.
At first, he thought it was just his imagination. But then he saw it. A figure slipping in and out of sight, quietly trailing his every move. People say it's just a marten, but with each passing mile, its watchful gaze and steady pursuit became harder to ignore. Was it friend? Or something else entirely? The forest was silent except for his footsteps, and then a whisper of movement behind him. As he turned, he saw it. A shadow moving, too large for a simple animal. Was it a forest spirit? A curious creature? Whatever it was, it stayed close, matching his every step, until he knew he wasn't alone in those woods.
My first impression was like, oh, it's a mountain lion. But then it looks like you kind of look at its face a little bit and you're like, oh, it's some sort of weasel. And then you shift your attention to the comments and it's a fisher cat. Yes. It's this. It's not a forest spirit, but I love that. That's where the imagination goes.
This bridge behind me is usually completely underwater and is the last structure that remains of a forgotten town. This is the abandoned ghost bridge at Oak Ridge Reservoir in Oak Ridge, New Jersey.
This abandoned stone bridge was built centuries ago near the village of Oak Ridge, located in the Highlands region of North Jersey. In the late 1800s, the town was vacated and flooded to build a reservoir for the city of Newark. The bridge was the only structure left standing and was most likely used during construction of the reservoir and dam. For more than a century, the ghost bridge has sat in a watery grave. But drought conditions sometimes lead to its reveal, and the bridge can be seen from Route 23 in the Oak Ridge area. It's in pretty good shape, considering it's likely more than 200 years old. Have you seen the ghost bridge?
That was really interesting. Where? Ghost Bridge in North Jersey. That would be really cool to see. Family trip.
So Gene and I are out on yet another adventure, and last time we were out I caught some footage that quite frankly has me a little spooked, and I haven't quite decided if I want to show it yet. Now, it's not the first time that I catch something in the background while we're recording, like a deer that we didn't notice or some hikers that we didn't see while we were busy winching the jeeps out of a mud hole or something, but this was different. Now, I don't understand what I saw and I can't explain it, so if you have seen anything like it, please feel free to let me know what you think it is in the comments. Frankly, it has me pretty spooked. Never captured any footage, but tonight was different.
That was definitely the comments are pretty unanimous. That was definitely a person with, I'd say that, and it sounds like, oh, just whatever the comments say is what the answer is, and that's true sometimes, but like, no, that did look like a person in a cloak, like an invisibility cloak, or like, you know, the party wizard just cast invisible on him. Remember, guys, invisible isn't actually invisible, it's just transparent. That was that was so weird. It didn't even like, it was sped up towards the end. I wish it showed, like, I wish there was a longer version of that. That'd be really cool. Sometimes I stumble and stammer over words. I'm sorry. I try to cut out the parts when I do that, but if I don't, I'm sorry. Just bear with me, guys. So I'm kind of split. Like, I do kind of go with the, like, I do kind of want to believe in the, oh man, all the major celebrities are Illuminati pawns that are like feeding us these cryptic symbols and they're using them to communicate with each other. But like, the other part of me is like, bro, they just think that it's cool and trendy and they want to do it. Like, it's really not that, but it does seem like it is. It seems like it's more than it is sometimes. Symbolism versus symbology. This is the part that I got hung up on. Him using symbology. And anytime anyone ever says symbology, the part of Willem Dafoe's part of the Boondock Saints plays in my head.
This is absolutely everything you need to know about the P. Diddy and Beyonce conspiracy theory, and honestly, it is crazy. So unless you've been living under an actual rock, you've probably heard about P. Diddy being arrested recently in relation to these freak-off parties that he's been hosting. And if you don't know, I'll quickly explain it. Essentially, he's been arrested because he was throwing a bunch of sex parties with like a lot of well-known celebrities and also a bunch of minors. Like, they literally found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house. Like, there's even been quotes found from like years ago from Kourtney Kardashian saying that 50% of people at these parties were naked. Like, it's wild. To be honest, when I heard all this, I was like, you know what, fair enough, like, the elites are fucked, there's so much stuff about Jeffrey Epstein, like, I wasn't even really surprised, but where does Beyonce tie into all of this? There is a conspiracy theory that Beyonce knew all about this the entire time, and that these parties may have even been sacrificial, but also that she's been anyone that's come into direct competition with her. I know all that sounds absolutely crazy, but listen to this song by J. Cole.
Only bad thing about a star is they burn up. Rest in peace to Ali. Rest in peace to left eye. Michael Jackson, I see. Just as soon as I die, she knows. She knows. And I know she knows.
This does all sound insane, but like, look at this. Like, basically, Aaliyah, who died of a mysterious plane crash in 2001, died on the 25th. Left Eye died on the 25th. And you guessed it, Michael Jackson died on the 25th. I'm not saying I believe any of this, I'm just presenting what I've seen other people say online, but there's also a theory that all of the like award ceremony interruptions are also tied into this. Like when Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift at the VMAs to give the award to Beyonce. Some people are saying he did it because everyone's scared of Beyonce and like wants to give her all this extra credit. Other people are saying he tried to protect Taylor Swift. It's also a bit strange that Adele also snapped her Grammy in half and gave half of it to Beyonce. Like, why are all these massive celebrities like trying to give all these awards to Beyonce when she's not actually winning them? But yeah, even without this conspiracy, the whole P. Diddy stuff is absolutely crazy, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
So, I mean, I think we saw the video of Adele like breaking down, and her like looking scared while talking about her award, but like I didn't realize she broke it in half and gave half of it to Beyonce. That's really weird. Also, all of them dying on the 25th is weird as well. Strange coincidence indeed.
Proof that John Cena might be Jim Carrey. Or is it genius? People are starting to believe Jim Carrey plays the role of many different celebrities behind a mask. Many people believe that John Cena died in a car accident back in July 2016. This was also around the time when John Cena completely changed his look and suddenly had a Jim Carrey hint to him. Not just this, but his voice has slipped up many times, sounding much like Jim. Some think that John is simply Jim Carrey wearing a bodysuit and is a fictional character. This would explain Jim Carrey disappearing from Hollywood in 2016 as well. They took this photo together. After the conspiracies came out, this was believed to be nothing but a damage control photo so they could put this theory to rest. This would make sense why Jim Carrey starred in the movie The Mask and John starred in Ricky Stanicky. They were throwing it in our faces all along. Jim is believed to play more fictional characters of Hollywood than just Cena. Follow if you think this is insane.
Follow if you think this is insane. I mean, I definitely see where they look kind of similar. And I guess he did get more jokey, like after, I guess, here in the past few years. Time is weird, guys. But that's just such a crazy theory that Jim Carrey is playing John Cena. With today's world, I don't know if I would be that surprised.
Did you know every single time Beyonce begins one of her world tours, a massive music icon dies? This theory begins with the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Beyonce embarked on her I Am Sasha Fierce World Tour starting in March 2009, and Michael Jackson died in June 2009. right when Beyonce announced her The Miss Carter Show World Tour in 2012. The Queen of Disco, Donna Summers, died. Then right before embarking on that same world tour, Queen of Vocals Whitney Houston died. It gets crazier because in June 2014, when Beyonce and Jay-Z began their On the Run world tour, legend of soul music, Bobby Womack, died in June 2014. Literally, right as Beyonce began her Formation world tour in April 2016. Prince died also in April 2016. Right after Beyonce and Jay-Z began their On the Run to World Tour in June 2018, Queen of Soul. Aretha Franklin dies in August 2018, seeing her pay tribute to a falling music icon at each of her tours is getting a little bit eerie. And the craziest part is that fans were already predicting who was going to be next, right when the Renaissance Tour was announced. Beyonce began her Renaissance World Tour in May 2023, and Tina Turner died in May. And right on cue, Beyonce paid tribute to her. People are asking Beyonce to stop touring.
Just straight up being like, Beyonce, stop touring. Even if you're not doing it and it's not ritualistic, just stop. If something you're doing is killing people, we can't have it anymore. We're losing legends. Why don't you care, Beyonce?
One of my favorite celebrity conspiracy theories.
Did you know every single time
One of my favorite celebrity conspiracy theories involves actor Tom Cruise. Now, I cannot prove what I'm about to say. If you think it is irresponsible for me to propagate something without evidence, that's fine, I understand. I believe that getting to the bottom of this involves listening carefully to what Tom Cruise says in interviews and, more importantly, to what he doesn't say. The theory is that actor Tom Cruise has never actually seen a movie. And hear me out. There's an interview he gave to a magazine back in 2018, and they asked him a very softball question. Do you have a most memorable movie-going experience? And his answer sounds a whole lot like if you had kind of oversold your expertise on a subject at a party to try to impress somebody, but then they asked you a question that you couldn't answer, and so you just start talking. Here is how Tom Cruise responded when asked his most memorable movie-going experience. Boy, that's hard to say because I can basically look at my whole life in terms of films I've seen. To name just one, there's so many films that have been memorable to me. I love movies. I can remember since I was a little kid going to the theater or the drive-in and what it meant to me. And I feel like at this point you can feel him trying to kill time and stretch out the moment while he begs his brain to give him the name of a movie. Any movie. When the lights go down and I'm just taken on a journey, going to places that I didn't even know existed or different worlds that I wished were real. Incredible adventures, drama, comedy, that's what I love. I love the cinema experience. And then he just keeps going on and on like that until he eventually just kind of runs out of steam. The man has never actually seen a movie and he's too proud to admit it.
About the propagating information, guys, this is YouTube and TikTok and stuff. Like, don't take any of this seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. If you find something and it sparks your interest, research it. Don't just be like, ha, fact, because I saw it. That's not how any of this works. But like, that's so crazy that he's just nitpicking Tom Cruise's response. I kind of believe it after him breaking it down like that. It doesn't sound like Tom Cruise has seen a movie ever. It sounds like he's at a job interview and he just has no idea how to. He's like trying his hardest and he just can't do it.
You gonna hate me for this one. Oh, Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy.
Damn, Usher!
Club Shay Shay's podcast is turning into this go-to spot for artists spilling the tea, and Usher just spilled a whole pot. He dished on the supposed shady stuff about Jay-Z and Diddy, spilling the survival secrets. But hold up, he didn't stop there. Apparently, there's an even bigger mystery than Jay-Z and Diddy, and he's pointing fingers at none other than Queen Bey herself, Beyonce. Yeah, Usher went there, talking about some next-level enigma with Mrs. Carter.
A bit of a reckless thing for me because I think some of the actions that I had taken, some of the decisions that I had made began to sabotage me. And it may have been personal sabotage because I just wanted some idea.
This week, Usher spilled some behind-the-scenes beans on Club Shay Shay, the podcast hosted by the former football champ, Shannon Sharpe. Sharp went in with the tough questions, asking Usher if he ever passed up on a collaboration and later regretted it. Usher's response? Hold on to your hat. You gon' hate me for this one, he said. Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy, and me were supposed to be a group. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't say no. I didn't say yeah. I think that we just got caught up. We all got caught up in the moment. We were talking about it and having secret meetings about it. Usher went on to share more on the What Could Have Been saga. We were talking about music and how we were gonna flip it and the business side of things. Somehow we just got distracted and it never happened. That's one that I actually wish would have happened. While Usher has collaborated individually with Diddy, Jay-Z, and Pharrell, the epic foursome never joined forces to drop a track together. Back in 2002, Usher teamed up with Diddy on the chart-topping Billboard single I Need a Girl Part 1. The collaboration continued as Usher joined the Bad Boy Records founder on Better on the Other Side, a heartfelt tribute to the late Michael Jackson. Fast forward a few years, and Usher found himself in the studio with both Jay-Z and Beyonce for his fourth studio album, Here I Stand. Jay-Z dropped a verse on Best Thing, while Beyonce lent her vocals to the remix of Love in This Club. And let's not forget Usher's 2012 Lookin' For Myself album, where Pharrell jumped on the track Twisted. Absolutely, Pharrell and Jay-Z have both dipped their toes into the supergroup scene. Pharrell joined forces with Lupe Fiasco and Kanye West to create Child Rebel Soldier back in the 2000s. Meanwhile, Jay-Z had his stint in the New York-based collective Murder Inc., alongside J. Rule and DMX. However, maybe that's when Usher was exposed to the real face of Beyonce. Usher shared a charming anecdote about meeting Beyonce back in the day when she was part of the girl group, The Dolls. Managed by Daryl Simmons, a producer and songwriter who collaborated with Usher, the Dolls visited Atlanta for the first time. Usher, being the responsible teenager, was asked to look after them. I think I looked over them while they were doing something in the house. I had to watch over because I was like the authority, because I guess I was the teenager at the time, Usher explained. He clarified that he wasn't a nanny or a manny, but more of a chaperone, ensuring they stayed out of trouble. Reflecting on those early days, Usher admitted he didn't foresee Beyonce's global stardom, but he noticed her unique talent and brightness. He expressed genuine excitement for her incredible success, describing it as really great for my sister, to see that she's done so amazing and continue to thrive and just get bigger and better. Usher and Beyonce's bond extends beyond mere professional collaboration. It's a testament to a genuine friendship cultivated over the years. Their history is peppered with joint projects and mutual support, showcasing a camaraderie that goes beyond the spotlight. In 2003, Usher took the lead in Beyonce's Naughty Girl music video, revealing not just their professional chemistry, but also their impressive dancing skills. The duo continued to captivate audiences in 2008 when they delivered a powerhouse duet of Love in This Club Part 2 at the BET Awards, leaving the crowd in awe of their vocal prowess and stage charisma. Usher hasn't shied away from expressing his admiration for Beyonce, acknowledging her profound impact on the music industry, cultural landscape, and her philanthropic endeavors. Beyond the glitz and glamour, he sees her as a dedicated mother of three. Usher's repeated affirmations of their bond, labeling her as his sister, underscore the depth of their connection. However, now it looks like Beyonce's alleged evil actions has stopped him taking her side. In recent years, there has been ongoing speculation about the reasons behind Lauryn Hill's disappearance. While some have previously suggested that she may have struggled with addiction or mental health issues, a recent disclosure from Lauryn Hill herself suggests a different narrative. According to her, it appears that her career decline was orchestrated by her closest friend and collaborator, Beyonce.
Young people know that it is not a burden to love him and to represent him.
Lauryn Hill's rise to stardom was rapid, achieving milestones that continue to pose a challenge for contemporary rap artists to surpass, even 2 decades after her breakthrough. However, the perplexing aspect lies in the swift decline of her career after the release of just one album.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a lot. I got a little distracted by the comments, because they're making good points again. Why are we listening to Usher when Usher brought Bieber to Diddy? He's spilling secrets to protect his own dirt. They're all telling on each other. I wonder who's at the top of the chat. Yeah, I mean, oh, she's my sister. Oh, she's my sister. Until, oh shit, I can't be seen around her because if I do, then I'll go down too. Like, come on, guys. What happened to just man? They all seem very shady. Like, yeah, Beyonce makes good music. I don't listen to it. Usher, like, yeah, he's got a few songs that I like, but like, come on, man. Find other artists. Listen to other people.
The Earth is flat, and here's why.
Ever wondered why satellite dishes don't point straight up? Let's think about it. If satellites are supposedly orbiting miles above us, wouldn't those dishes need to aim straight up to catch their signals? Instead, most dishes angle toward the horizon, not the sky. Strange, right? What if these dishes aren't connecting to satellites at all, but to ground-based towers nearby? It flips the story we've been told about how modern communication actually works. NASA says there are thousands of satellites orbiting Earth, delivering our TV, GPS, and radio signals from way up in space. But take a look around. When was the last time you saw a satellite dish pointed toward the sky? These dishes aim at nearby towers, suggesting they might be connecting to local stations, not distant satellites. You might be thinking, but I've seen those tiny lights moving across the night sky. Aren't those satellites? Here's the thing. These objects are supposedly the size of a bus and over 100 miles away. At that distance, how could they be visible to the naked eye? So what are those lights? Could they be planes, drones, or something else entirely? Now, let's talk about those photos of Earth from space. NASA says these are real images, but even they admit these are composites, stitched together in editing software. Supposedly, satellites send down strips of images, which are pieced together to create a picture of Earth. But if there are thousands of satellites out there, wouldn't it be easy to snap a genuine, unedited photo of Earth? Why all the editing? Imagine if we're being shown computer-generated images instead of actual photos. And consider this, if most dishes communicate with ground stations, and if Earth's images are edited composites, how much of what we know about space is actually true? When you dig into these details, things start to feel off. Why are those lights in the sky not matching what we're told? Why are all the dishes angled at the horizon, not pointing up to space? If you're starting to question the story we've been told, hit that follow button. There's a lot more to uncover.
Yeah, I don't have like a good answer. I mean, I don't think they should be pointed straight up. They should be angled. I think the better question is, wouldn't you have to reposition it because the satellites are moving and you don't know the exact location of the satellite? So that's where it gets fishy. Like, how is it even getting signal? And it's a big dish, so it's just collecting signal from whatever satellite is transmitting it. But yeah, people need to, we need to figure out this, settle this Earth versus this globe Earth versus flat Earth debate so that we can actually tackle a real problem, like all of the trash around our planet that if we don't figure out how to clear up, then we're not going to be able to leave the planet. We need to figure that out. We need to stop worrying about the shape of it and worry about the trash above us. Whether it's flat or whatever, we can't leave it. Well, the flat earthers believe in the firmament, so you can't leave it anyway. Flat earthers, is there a way to break through the firmament? Is that what NASA is supposedly trying to do? Comment below. I don't know much about flat earth. I like entertaining it for fun. But that's the video. Happy Halloween, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who is subbing. We are getting closer to our 500 goal than I expected, and I appreciate it. Thank you. 2 of my videos hit over 1,000, and that was over 1,000 views, and that was very shocking. So this has been a lot of fun. I will see you guys next week. Episodes of the show air Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Come watch some creepy videos with me. Oh, real quick, I will make a Discord over the weekend. If you want to join it, it'll be posted in the descriptions of the videos, and yeah, you can post your videos there, and I'll react to them here. Bye. Happy Halloween.
Okay, wait a minute.
It's in the process of inflating.
Yeah. Okay, now wait a minute. Go get Mom, because I don't think she can stay swinging at Mom.
Mimi, come out here and see Nat. We got our costume to work.
Okay, wait a minute, Nat. Okay, hold on. I'm going to help you, okay? Put your hands in there. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Can you walk in that, honey?
Yes, I'm walking.
Just yeah, very easy.
I guess I'm worried Bella's gonna attack her. No.
Come here, Belle. Okay, come with me. Come with me. Okay, now here. Now wait a minute. Now we're going to turn you around so Daddy can get a good shot. Come here, Belle. Belle. Okay, now here. I'm going to get out of the way. Belle, come. Belle, come.